Think back, so I didn't know that I delivered the testimony until 2 days before. Yeah, Yasutaka-kun. At midnight on Friday, I asked my mom and two close friends to pray for me that I can speak Korean well and deliver my heart to true mother. At that moment, I was very nervous, but at the same time, I felt she's my mother, nothing to be afraid of. Just pour my heart and comfort her. When I finished my testimony, I realized that true mother was actually crying, and Yonanim was crying, and Konjinim and Fayonim were crying. So I was so grateful that I was able to comfort true mother's heart and the true family's heart, representing all the second generations and all the mother. Thank you very much. And can you share the picture? I also want to show the several pictures our young families gathering Saturday and Monday. Actually, we had a gathering. As you guys already know, no pictures. Okay, no pictures. Okay, yeah. So K-Day organized a Saturday gathering at Shonshimon, and I wanted to put some the educational content. So Sarah Holmes and I made a short True Mother's story slide deck, and we were able to talk about her childhood and who she is. And we also wished to be able to perform in front of True Mother. So even though many parents couldn't listen to True Mother's speech, many parents say that they came for that moment. It was the highlight for most of the young parents that our children were able to see True Mother, sing a song for her, and get a precious memory with her. And also, the Monday, I organized another meeting with the Japanese young families, and like 60 people gathered, including, of course, kids. I have been organizing Japanese second gens meeting 2 times a month on Zoom. So for the past 3 years, so everybody was so excited to see each other in person. And Dr. Kim was really inspired and happy, and he even bought pizza for us for lunch. Parents talked a lot, kids played in the pool and games, and some families had to leave for their flight, but many of them stayed morning through night, and we said goodbye to each other with tears. Everybody gathered from all over the US, with one heart longing to see our true mother, and it was such a precious and beautiful moment, and I hope it happens again. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eri-san. Yeah, actually, the children's gathering was really, really heartwarming. There was a children's room on the first floor, and you just walk in, just flooded with energy and screaming children running around, watching TV, playing games, but also, I think it really melted Mother's heart to see a group of young children come out and sing "You Are My Sunshine" to her. And you could see her smiling and really kids dancing and singing, so really, yeah, thank you. Eddie, all the young families who, it's difficult to bring all your kids over suddenly to Las Vegas, but who went there, really touched Mother's heart and also touched all of our hearts. So thank you so much. And so for our next testimony, so this sister you've seen on stage, running around, she came into New Jersey a few months ago, but then has already become so involved in the community and a lot of activities. And so she's right now living as a full-time member in the center. But I'd like to invite up Eva Schneider to share her testimony.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so for my testimony, I really wanted to kind of get back in touch with the feelings that I had when I went to go see True Mother, and hopefully share kind of that experience with you, rather than what I learned or what I took away, as like what it really felt like to have True Mother in the room, because I think that's what I really gained. And so I think really my experience started with the preparation beforehand. It was really important because last time I saw True Mother was back in the Peace Starts With Me rally days, and I was in high school, and we kind of just picked up and went whenever True Mother came nearby. But my personal experience wasn't very deep because I was kind of just there to hang out with my friends and, oh, there's a workshop. And True Mother always felt like this distant, like someone on the stage or someone on the photograph or someone like that you hear words from, but not a personal connection at all. And this time, after finishing 2 years of GPA, after living full-time in the CARP Center, I felt like I had a much deeper foundation to be able to receive something. And so for this trip, I was really desperate. Like, I want to feel something from this experience. I really want to connect in heart with True Mother in some way. And it really helped being at the CARP Center because everything we did, all the witnessing, was like centered on, okay, what are we giving to True Mother? How do we prepare for True Mother's coming? And any free moment we had, the UPA missionary and I were fundraising. So we didn't have free days for 2 weeks. We were just always fundraising whenever we could to actually get money to go on this trip. And even our van ride, we left like Thursday morning and we drove for 2 days and 2 nights, like without stopping, just switching drivers back and forth to get there on time. And the whole time it was this kind of desperate feeling like, okay, I just really, really want to see True Mother. I want to understand who this person is to me in my life. I want to understand why so many first generation joined the church and picked up and changed their whole lives for her. Like, I want to have that feeling. And so coming there, and we had the event on Saturday, and I'm sure you've heard about that, and it was really nice, like a little workshop, and getting to hear about True Mother's food, and True Mother's this and that. And, but I think it was just, everything was building up my heart and experience where I felt like this almost palpable tension in the air, like, True Mother's coming, I just want to see her. That's all I want, is to like see her and feel something and have an experience. And finally, it was Sunday morning. And you walk into IPEC, and we're there maybe 2 hours early. And already the whole place is full. And you can just feel this excitement and like buzzing in the air. Like all the people are coming and it's like, oh my gosh, True Mother's here today. She's upstairs. She's there. And all we have to do is just wait and we can see her finally. And one of my friends from GPA and I, we like went around the side and we were just standing in front of the doors. And it was maybe half an hour before they announced that, or the time that they said they were going to open the doors, let us in. So we went up to the doors early so that we can get a front seat. And then it started getting more and more crowded and crowded. And then they kept pushing back the time. Oh, we're not opening the doors yet. It'll wait half an hour. Oh, wait another hour. So we ended up waiting there for like an hour, 15 minutes or something like that, just standing in front of the doors. And I was almost like afraid to use the bathroom because, oh no, we're going to like lose our seat. We're going to lose our spot. And I was just reminded of all the stories I had heard back when True Father would come to Belvedere, and my pastor would tell me, oh, they would come like, if he was doing Hinduke at 6, they would come at 5. And then too many people started coming at 5, so they would come at 4 and just be ready and waiting so that they can get the seat in the room. And I felt like in some small way, like that was my experiencing that too, like waiting in that hallway. Like, they're going to open the doors, and I'm going to get a front row seat. And they opened the doors, and we rush up, and I got a seat maybe like, True Mother was here, and I was sitting maybe right here, second row, like this. And it's like right up close. And then they kept having other people come and talk, and we're just sitting like, when's True Mother coming? When's True Mother coming? And even at one point, Reverend Knuckles like, oh, and here's True Mother. And everyone jets up and starts cheering, and it was a false alarm, and she didn't come in. And we're like, when is True Mother coming? It was like constantly this tension building and building. And finally, the doors open, and she walks in the room. And everyone's like up and screaming and cheering and like so loud and so energetic and exciting. But I felt like in my heart, there was kind of like a drop, like a little bit of peace when she walked in the room. And I just felt this, I don't know, a little bit like, wow, she's a person. Like after all this time thinking, oh, she's such, the great person in the wall and the speeches and everything, like, she comes in and she's just human, like all of us. But somehow running through my mind was this phrase, like, yeah, she's a person, but she's a person who chose to carry the weight of the world on her shoulders. And she's a person who gave up her whole life, ever since she was a child, for the sake of each one of us. And then for a moment, I could just looked around the room, and you see a room of 1,000 second generation, like so many people, so excited and so like lively and so full of life. And I realized like every single one of these people was born because of True Mother and True Father, you know? Like our lives literally would not have existed any other way except for the matching that our parents had. And I just felt so indebted to her, like this one person who gave her entire life for me, for my life. And look at the legacy that she left behind, like thousands of people in this room. And in every other country in the world, there's so many more, where like one couple, one pair of people could make so much of an impact on the world. And so I just felt like a wave of gratitude just to see her and to be there with this person that created my life, really. And then I think the second thing that really moved me was when Hannah Bush was singing one of Hyojinim's songs for True Mother. And Hannah's here and True Mother's sitting here facing the audience, but behind her there's a huge screen, and on that screen they're playing this video of old pictures and old video clips of True Mother and Hyojinim together. And on this video you can see she's smiling like so bright, and she's so happy, and she's like got her arms around him or anything like this, and she just seems like such a mom. And the contrast between like that video and then her sitting there all alone, kind of in this big table, and she's kind of by herself in the middle of it. And although she's like nodding and enjoying, she doesn't have that same bright smile, that same joy. And I just felt so sorry in that moment that somehow we haven't been able to give her that joy, and that whatever we're offering, somehow we're still holding on to these offerings from the past, like Hyojinim's songs, and giving them back to her again and again, but we're not making anything new. And we're not giving enough to make her smile like that again. And so I just really determined in my heart and felt like I really want to provide something, give something, do something that is going to make True Mother just as happy as she is in those photographs, so that she doesn't have to just sit there all alone anymore. And that she can feel that every sacrifice and everything she did in her life is actually worthwhile and for a purpose and a reason. And that she can feel some peace in her heart that we're going to continue her legacy. Yeah. So I think those were my two, deepest experiences, and the determination I came away with from True Mother. I hope that you could kind of feel my heart and feel yourselves there as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eva. It's really almost like Reverend Dunkley's style of giving a testimony, where he really paints the picture and brings you to that place. So we could really feel we were transported to Las Vegas with you. So thank you so much, Eva, for sharing. And so now I'd like to invite up the band for the musical offering. So performing a song called Getaway.
Okay, hello brothers and sisters. I'll be offering the song with Eva, but mostly I'll be singing. The song is called Getaway, and I really like this song because it is very real, and I think often in my faith, I didn't really think of my faith as like a religion or like an organization that I'm a part of, but more of like a way of life for me. And I feel like this song highlights that your relationship with God should not be conceptual, but should be really real. And I can feel a lot of mother's heart through this song, like Heavenly Mother, or like God as a mother, who's really interested in just knowing what you're up to, or the kind of person that you are, without all of the titles or positions in leadership or whatever. Yeah, often I send this to GPA grads because I feel like it's so relatable, especially for people who work with being a missionary for a long time. Yeah, I could go on about the song, but I think that I'll stop there. But yeah, please enjoy. It's called Getaway. Are you burned out on religious things? Are you worn down, lacking inner peace? Take a real rest. Walk along with me in the pastures of my presence. You can be yourself and you can say what's on your heart. I already know it all. Doesn't matter what you say. Come and get away with me. I know where you are, where you've been and what you've seen. Doesn't matter how you come and get away with me. Get away with me. Are you burdened from all the heavy days? It's not your job to shoulder all the weight. Let me do it. Let me come and take the lies you've been believing in. The truth is that you have a place to say what's on your heart. I already know it all. Doesn't matter what you say. Come and get away with me. I know where you are, where you've been, what you've seen. Doesn't matter how you come and get away with me. Oh, get away with me. Get away with me. Grace upon grace, upon grace, let it lead. Get away with me. Grace upon grace, upon grace, let it lead. Get away with me. Oh, there's more than what you need. Grace upon grace, upon grace, let it lead. Get away with me. Oh, grace upon grace, upon grace, let it lead. Get away with me. Say what's on your heart. I already know it all. Doesn't matter what you say. Come and say it all to me. I know where you are, where you've been, what you've seen. Doesn't matter how you come and get away with me. Go get away with me. Get away with me.
Wow, thank you so much to the band. Such a beautiful offering song. And so now we are finally to the main part of our program that I'm sure you're all excited and really came here with eager hearts to receive God's message for us this morning. And so without much further ado, I'd like to invite up my older brother and the senior pastor of the Northeast and the Clifton Family Church, Pastor Naokimi Ushiroda.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's try again. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good to see you all. So today, I wanted to, well, one thing I want to correct is my message is not the main portion, I would say. It's actually the whole experience, since it's spirit and truth. And I'm just sharing the truth part. It's like 1%. The rest of it is the environment here, the music, the fellowship, the greeting. All of this is part of the experience of our service. And without you, it wouldn't be the same. So thank you guys for coming today. Let's give yourselves a hand. Appreciate that. So today I was asked to share about a little bit from our true mother, Mother Moon's message that she gave to the youth last week, 2 weeks ago, actually. 2 weeks ago in Las Vegas, she shared a message. And I just wanted to share 3 points, because I don't think people can remember more than 3. So 3 main points. There were many points, but there were 3 points that I'd like to really articulate today on what our Mother Moon, our true mother, has shared, especially to the youth. She has a very particular message to them. Now, for those who feel they're not youth, don't worry. Think of your grandchildren or your children. Think of what you want to convey, what our true mother wants to convey to the next generation, and you can help communicate that to the next generation. So, the first thing that really stood out to me was she kept mentioning about identity. You need to know who you are. You need to know who you are. So what is our identity as the youth, right? She says, this is a quote, "The first generation of members, your parents," just imagine there's 1,200 second, third, and young first generation in the room. 1,200. You're talking about like this room times maybe 5. Full. And she's talking to a sea of young people. And she's saying this: "The first generation of members, your parents, received the blessing and gave birth to you, the second generation, which is you. So you, the second and third generation members who have gathered here today, are the genuine sons and daughters of the true parents, the only begotten daughter and true mother. You must firmly understand who you are. There are many impure waters in the world, so you must clearly recognize your identity." So she was really trying to convey, and Eva shared her testimony, how she realized that none of these 1,200 youth would exist if their parents weren't guided in marriage together. The children would literally not exist. Because Father and Mother Moon hosted these marriage blessing ceremonies to really help unite people from different backgrounds to produce a lineage that was really centered on God and centered with the vision of peace in the world. Keep in mind, I was doing the math. For every person in that room, there were at least 7 other second generation who were not in the room. So in America, we have in our national community about 10,000 second and third generation. So even though this was the largest gathering I've ever been to for the next generation, there were many more who were also not there, not able to attend directly. And so I want to keep that in mind as well. But anyway, the point is identity. Really helping to each person to understand you are God's children. You are my children. You are the children of God and true parents, of God's lineage. This is part of the identity that Mother really wanted to directly communicate. Second thing that she mentioned that stood out to me was she wanted us to not only, know who we are as God's children, but to actually do something to bring peace in the world. So not just like say, oh, I'm good, I'm pure, I'm a child of God, sucks to be you. No, I mean, it's really to know, by knowing who you are, to actually help others, help God's will, help society. So she says, "It is my wish, as the only begotten daughter, true mother, and Wangoma." Wangoma is like grandmother, or in traditional like Korean, it's more like the queen mother or something like that. That all of you, as pure water, grow well and become leaders who are fully equipped in every respect, and who can spread our heavenly parents' dream across the earth. So, and then she goes on to share that, pure water, even pure water, if it stays stagnant, or if it doesn't flow, if it doesn't move, it becomes stagnant and impure. So think of a stream of water. Part of what makes the stream and the water pure is because it's flowing. It's not just sitting somewhere. And so she's encouraging the next generation to move, to do something, to contribute to God's will, not just stand still. So she really encouraged us to become leaders who can really be equipped with every aspect. Means you need to train yourself. You need to be the best in your field. And you need to spread God's dream of a peaceful world. So she's really imploring the next generation to take on that kind of leadership on the foundation of knowing their identity. And then the third point that I wanted to mention, again, there were many points, but the third point that stood out to me was she emphasized restoring the earth. Restoring the earth. So kind of like environmentalism, but from a God's viewpoint. So I'm going to read one last passage. "Due to 6,000 years of human ignorance, the things of creation have suffered damage at our hands. Today, severe climate change spawns heavy rainfall, forest fires, tornadoes, and many other indescribable problems. As you must be aware, these lead to the deaths of many people who should be living together in heaven on earth. In considering how to restore the earth to its original state in attendance of the Heavenly Parent, I pray that all of you, through your sincere devotions, effort, and wisdom, can meet these challenges, that you can gain expertise in your various fields and restore this earth to its beautiful original state." So it's interesting, but Mother is kind of like thinking about Mother Earth, and she wants us to use our talents and skills to restore the beauty of the earth as children of God. So again, three key points: know your identity, also become leaders who can fulfill God's will, and third, restore the earth. Those were 3 points that I got from her message 2 weeks ago. Now, there was something else I wanted to share that's related to that. This week, I had a chance to attend 2 Seonghwa funeral services of our young members. Actually, there was last Wednesday, I attended Jeffrey Kiluba. He was, I think, turning 25. And we went all the way up to upstate New York to attend his funeral service, Seonghwa service. And then just yesterday, we attended a second generation, Akinobu Iwasaki. He was 19 years old, and he also recently passed. So, yeah, in one sense, it was a very heavy spirit to have to go to 2 funerals for young members of our community. But what I wanted to really hone in on was the beauty that I saw of all the people who responded. When we went on Wednesday, it was like 400 people. Again, about maybe almost double the size of the people here. And the cool thing, the amazing thing about the Jeffrey's Songhua funeral service was that half the participants, at least to me, it looked like half of them were not members of our community. So I was wondering, where did they come from? How did they know about this? Actually, there were a lot of white people. And I was wondering, where? We're mostly Asian, that's why I'm saying that. But actually, I went to other funeral services. Most funeral services, they're the same ethnicity. If you go to funerals, it's usually the same exact. But this was very clearly mixed and balanced. And it turns out that Jeffrey was on the wrestling team of his high school, and his coaches came up and shared a testimony. He was also part of the volunteer fire department. And so they did a whole fire department salute at the burial site, and there was a whole group of firemen that were also there. And the high school math teacher gave a testimony, and what I felt was this young man of 24, 25 years of age, he lived such a life of making a difference and impact on people. It actually made me feel like, oh man, I gotta catch up. Because there were so many people who were not members of our community that were there. That means he wasn't confined even by our faith community. He was interrelating and impacting and serving people outside of this immediate community. And that it really moved me, that at such a young age he could make such an impact on people's lives. And then Akinobu's Songhua funeral service yesterday, he was a different kind. It was I guess for me what was moving was I couldn't really tell, but I think he's my height or maybe a little bit taller. But anyway, point is, he wanted to be an NBA player. And the thing was, he was so determined that he would get up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m., even 2 a.m. to practice basketball. Basketball was his life. And despite he knew his own limitations, he still never gave up. He kept practicing, he kept shooting for the goal. And to me, that was really inspiring, that he knew he wasn't perfect, he knew he was limited, but he lived it to his best, and he fought till the very end to pursue his dream. And again, it was a full house, 300 plus people, and I was just, again, moved by these young sons of God, these brothers who really lived their life to the fullest. And it was a reminder to me that we also, we have one life to live, guys. So it's so important to really live full out and really make your life. We don't know when it's going to end. These were both sudden, tragic passings. Just because you're young doesn't mean you're guaranteed that you got another 30, 50 years, right? So to really live each day with meaning, with purpose, with something that can make a difference in other people's lives, I think that's a really important reminder. And I feel like Mother's message to the next generation was along those lines, is really live your life, know who you are, make a difference in this world to contribute to peace, and also take care of the earth. That was kind of always there. And one last thing I would say is, actually, I was inspired by one of the elders, since her name is Wonpon. She signed up for a leadership training or a goal setting, life and leadership goal setting program called Achieve that I've been developing. It started yesterday. How old are you, Wonpon? She's 80 years old. She's 80 years old. But she's still learning. She's still growing. She's still striving to really understand her identity, set goals, make a difference. And I feel, to me, despite age, everyone here, really to be alive, you need to have something to live for. You need a dream to strive and work towards. And what better than to find that kind of dream? Again, it doesn't have to be the same. Find your unique passion and dream, pursue it with all your heart, and through that, make a difference in the world. So I want to leave you with a question, as I usually do. The discussion question for today is, what can I do to respond to True Mother's hope for us? What can I do to respond to True Mother's hope for each of us? Okay? So it's either you, think you also have children, grandchildren. What can I do to respond to the hope that she has for the next generation? So that 5 minutes, please discuss in pairs with someone next to you, and then we'll come back after that. You have reflection music. All right, thank you, everyone. Please conclude your sharing. Okay, so, yeah, anyone want to share? Do we have a second mic, or do I need to run around? Anyone else want to share from what you discussed? How would you like to respond to Mother's Hope for the next generation? Any brave soul? I did hear most of you talking. So, someone would like to share something that came up in your discussion? Oh, we got Ken Owens on the side. Let's give him a hand for volunteering.
Thank you. In the Navy, you don't want to volunteer, but here you have to. Actually, I mentioned about the archiving, the museum part. Try to treasure those because they're very historical. I was talking with the Lewises here. Being part of the photography department and history department in a lot of ways, we're trying to give information and spread it to our second generation so they understand Heart of the True Parents through photographs, videos, our testimonies, trying to get them to understand so that if they haven't been able to see True Parents that often or ever, they can have some kind of relationship with True Parents in that way. Through our testimonies especially, I'm trying to spread the word to write your testimonies down, experiences, so that you can give them to your children and grandchildren. And then that way, they can pass it on to others. But the children in second generation, third generation can be really inspired by True Parents directly. So like when everybody was anxious to see True Mother again, she was sitting there waiting, because she knew that she wanted to see her emotionally and artistically. So if be able to write your testimonies, share them with your children, pass it on to future generations, and then they will be able to be inspired and truly work harder. Thank you.
All right, great suggestion, great idea. So, yeah, capturing your story, your personal experience with Father and Mother Moon in their role as True Parents would be a great way to pass that legacy down to the next generation. Okay, anyone else like to share? All right, Shojin. Thanks for volunteering.
Thank you. Yeah, so kind of what I was sharing about was how us as like second generation, like especially in this new era, we need to step up in what we're passionate about and what we like to do. And when it comes to like our careers and our passions and doing these things that we're interested in, right, we should be able to naturally witness to people that we talk to, right, and not have this fear from the experience of like the first generation that they experienced, right? But really have like this proudness and this confidence in sharing like this truth and what God really wants us to share to people through like our careers or what it is that we're passionate about and things that we want to share to the people that we meet on like a day-to-day basis, right? So that's kind of how I feel is like the most important thing is like God didn't want like a religion that separates people and wants like the outside community is kind of like scared to like approach like, oh, religion is kind of a touchy subject now, but he wants like a family and that kind of culture. So it shouldn't be something that we as second generation or anyone should shy away from sharing our experience, but we should be happily be able to invite other people to this kind of community environment. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Shojin. So in conclusion, yeah, I just want to encourage you guys to know in your heart that you are the children of God and our beloved True Parents, and be proud of it. Find a way to find your unique talent, your passion, and that unique expression of God's gift to you, and use that to contribute to a better world. So let's do that this week. Think about how you can express that to your family, your neighbors, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you everyone for coming.
All right, thank you, Pastor Naokimi. And so now I'd like to invite up the assistant pastor, Tsushi Takino, for the benediction and the unison prayer.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. 30 seconds. I felt, that right now we are reading a true mother's memoir that before she had a holy marriage blessing, very young age, and always demonim telling her, you are the daughter of God. You are the daughter of God. Then, that today, Kenko Morikawa, he is 16 years old, sharing world view or something. When I was 16, I only enjoyed to watch the TV or something to play the baseball. I never think about God. I never think about the world. Then these children, Eva's testimony, many other yesterdays, many second gens, so beautiful, amazing. And True Mother talk about the harvest, autumn is a harvest. You are all harvest, fruit of the true parents. So I truly believe so. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, blessed families and all second gen, third gen, godchildren. Thank you. Please join me in prayers. God, Heavenly Parent, your dream was or is, you want to love all your children, and you want to see the family raising the children up and love them, each other, as a husband and wife, as a parents, and love parents and children. Children love parents, husband love wife, wife love husband, and the children love parents. That is your dream. But since we lost the parents, we disconnected at the very beginning of our human history. We lost parents, and we don't know who we are. We don't know who is my brother, who is my sister. Until 1960, first time, Heavenly Parent unite with first true parents. That is a turning point of the human history. Since that holy marriage, God, your true love, true lineage began. And all the brothers and sisters here, blessed families, blessed children, we know who we are. They are precious children of God. We are all precious children of God. Thank you, God. Thank you, true parent. Your sacrifice, your investment, creating us, and we are the result fruit of your all sacrifice. And we continue to multiply your lineage, your children. We are brothers and sisters under God, one family. We will show you how each of them beautiful, how every children, every second generation, when I look at them, they are so beautiful, precious children. Sometimes we, first generation, we don't know how to care of them. That's why we treat them not like children of God. Sometimes we say, they are my children. They have to listen to me. They should follow me. Such an elegant attitude we did to my children because we don't know myself. But now, through mother and through father, sharing us, they are precious children, prince and princesses of God. And their children, third generation, fourth generation, they are also prince and princesses of God. We will build such a wonderful community starting from New Jersey. God, always be with us. And we truly appreciate you give us such a wonderful gift, true love. I pray report this. My name, Atsushi Takino, Namiko Takino, Blessed Central Family. Hachi. Brothers and sisters, please join unison prayers. Adieu.
Aju, aju, aju. All right, thank you, everyone. And so, before going into our closing song and inviting everyone up to come to offer their tithe, actually, we have a special tithing message from a couple that they came back recently, but we haven't seen in a long time. And so, please help me in welcoming a very high-class couple, the yes, Uncle Bruce Burns and just Uncle Bruce Burns. Okay, well, help me welcome Uncle Bruce Burns. Oh, Andrew goes on. The Burns couple.
Not bad. Brothers and sisters, hello. It's good to be back in Jersey. I loved Japan. It's a nice place. We got to stay there for a year. So nice. So they want me to talk about true parents. What can I say? So there's a great man in this room, but he's going to make me cry. Raymond Presky, you stand up. That's my spiritual father. So almost, I have to give it to you. Say that, Mama. You have to translate. Do it quick.
Sorry. Okay. We have a spiritual community like a mommy, daddy. So
You're Japanese.
the Raymond's wife, Michiko Presky, and his spiritual mother is Emiko Endo, and husband. Actually, he was Fukushima Shikai Gin. Shikai Gin means
What does that mean?
City
Official.
official. Yeah, he had 1 year dead. So okay.
Okay. So about true parents, because of Raymond Presky, true parents gave me everything. Do you know who the richest man in the world is? You got that right. It's me. True parents gave me incredible woman next to me. True mother is such a beautiful woman. I feel sorry for you younger people a little bit. Ken Owens and the photographers can show you incredible pictures of beautiful true mothers smile and smile and smile. True mothers always, always smiling. You guys know about, they say about Mona Lisa's smile, right? True mother beats her by everything. So beautiful. Okay. I'm going to get to a, should I say more? That's good? Oh, why I give donations? Reason why I give donations is because I have debt that I can never repay. Very simple. I have debt I can never repay. I never will be able to repay, so I'll keep giving what I can give. I let her be in control because I'm a greedy guy. So, but I want to give you guys a chance to make some money, okay? And it's not me doing it, it's the state. Okay. Talk. Are you going to put this QR code up there? It's important. Can they do it? Okay. This is called, write it down, the Anchor Program. If you're a homeowner, you may get $1,750. Okay? If you're a renter, you can get up to $700. Last year, I know for Sungkook, it was a little less money. He got $1,500, and this year he made too much money, so he only got $1,000. But all of you are eligible. But this QR code kind of helps you fill out just 6 questions. So you need to get this business. I don't know if they put it up there yet, but okay, it's okay. I'll help you what I can do. Actually, your kids and people who are good with computers can help a lot. But write down the name because you could look it up, the Anchor Program. And what else I want to say about it? It's a good thing right there. Okay. That's the main thing, but you're all eligible. If you're an owner, you're eligible. If you're a renter, you're eligible. And this is only for New Jersey, residents of New Jersey. So who's not here today, call them up. Call up your friends. Call up your brothers and sisters, whatever it is, you know. Pass on good fortune. And if you want to donate more, donate more. Okay? Bye.
Thank you so much. Please give another round of applause for the Burns couple. We're so glad to have you back in Jersey, so thank you so much. And so without much further ado, I'd like to invite up the band for the closing song. And again, all brothers and sisters, please rise, and please feel free to make your way to make your tithe now.
All right, we're going to be singing Take Me Through the Doorway. So I hope you guys can just have fun, enjoy, clap, and really be part of the song as well while you're giving your tithe. It starts with In the Kingdom of Our Hearts. In the kingdom of our hearts, where dreams like rivers flow, lives a man of many years, he's always there, you know. When the lights have all gone out and we are stuck in bed, on a journey to the kingdom, we are softly led. Take me through the doorway, lead me to the land, where Father's love is flowing freely. through the doorway. Take me through the doorway. Lead me to the land where Father's love is flowing freely. Children hand in hand. Take me through the doorway. Lead me to the land where Father's love is flowing freely. Children, everybody come and sing in the kingdom of our hearts where dreams like rivers flow. There's a man of many years, he's always there, you know. When the lights have all gone out and we are stuck in bed, on a journey to the kingdom, we are softly led. Take me through the doorway. Lead me to the land where Father's love is flowing freely. Children hand in hand. Take me through the doorway. Lead me to the land where Father's love is flowing freely. One last time, take me through. Take me through the doorway. Lead me to the land where Father's love is flowing freely. Children hand in hand. Thank you, everybody.
Alrighty, thank you all. God bless you. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you next week.